Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw, and I'm here with John DiOrio, who is the Associate Vice President of Sales for Virgin Voyages. And, well, if you've been hanging around this past year, you probably know that Virgin Voyages was supposed to start really earlier last spring. And actually, I was supposed to be on the ship. And, of course, everything has gotten delayed. So we're going to talk to John about that and also a brand new travel advisor program that they just launched. And you'll hear about all that and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, John, first of all, how are you and where are you?
I am good, James. How you doing?
I am doing great, and it sounds like I love your background. I don't know where that is, but
I would like to say I'm on Richard's rooftop on board Scarlet Lady, but this is the power of backgrounds nowadays. But I'm good. I'm actually in Mexico at the moment.
Well, that's a better place to be although we'd all like to be on your new ship, believe me. And I know, and hopefully this coming year, we're going to get a chance to do that. Now, let's talk first about the big news, because you just announced this past week, which is you launched a new e-learning platform. You call it Seacademy for travel advisors to help them sell Virgin Voyages. Tell us a little bit about that program and what it offers, if you can.
Sure. So the development of our new e-learning platform, Seacademy, was really in direct response from our first mates. We did a survey over the summer. 96% of them told us they wanted to learn at their own pace with kind of these like clear, bite-sized modules of really understanding what Virgin Voyages does. And they really wanted it to be fun. They wanted it to be interactive, and they felt it would complement all the existing training we're doing. We're obviously not right now, but we do face-to-face in-person meetings with the sales team. It's all virtual now, but we also have a lot of great events on our private group on Facebook called First Mates Society. So this was just a natural fit to bring in the online learning aspect to allow the First Mates to go at their own pace.
Yeah, so First Mates, which is your name of travel advisors, and I guess what's your guests are.
We call our guests sailors.
Sailors. Well, yes. There you go. That's right. I always got to. I write that at the end. I say that's Virgin's name, Virgin Voyages name for guests and for travel advisors. Now, how is the training structured, and what kind of information does it provide?
So we've got 4 Seacademy tiers, and it starts at Violet, it goes to Scarlet, Silver, and Gold. And within each of these tiers, we have 5 learning modules that help just kind of allow the First Mates to learn different parts of the experience with Virgin Voyages. So our first module, which is the Violet tier, you're learning about Virgin Voyages and the company and the philosophy and how we're doing business. We take a deep dive in all of our eateries and all of our drinkeries. We talk about our vitamin C and wellness program. We take you on what's happening in our world of entertainment and all our different events and gigs. And then we kind of wrap it up with everything you want to know about the destinations we're going to and the things you can do in those destinations. And it's very digestible for the First Mates. Each module takes about 15 minutes. So your investment of time is only about a little over an hour.
No, that's great. That's very, very reasonable. And is there a test? Is the always question.
Well, of course, there has to be a test. Yes, you have to score at least 75% to pass these different Seacademy tiers.
And once I have passed this, I'm a travel advisor. What benefits do I get?
Well, so when you complete the first tier, we call that a NOT. It's the Violet tier. You get a downloadable certificate. We're going to give you that signature stamp. You can put in your signature to shows that you have gone through that first tier of training with Virgin Voyages. But most importantly, for those that go through that first tier of Seacademy by the end of January 2021, we're actually going to give everyone an invitation to experience a voyage on board Scarlet or Valiant Lady in our inaugural.
Wow, that's a great benefit.
It's a huge benefit. Usually you'll see the big reward at the end of the kind of curriculum of training. We brought that up to the beginning because we really wanted to get our First Mates on board to experience what we've been building for the last 5 years.
No, that's great. And I'm sure travel advisors are going to rush to do this course because they're already curious about, I think I'm going to take it, to be honest. And maybe someday I'll sell it. Who knows? But it really is such an innovative product that you got to get your arms around it. And
You do.
it sounds like this is a good way to do it.
It's a great start. And as we roll out new tiers in 2021, we'll have 3 more levels that will roll out. And with each of those levels, we have additional perks, from bonus commission to first mate rates to onboard credits. So a lot of great perks along the way, and you keep earning those different knots as you graduate up the ladder.
Now, did you do this program internally, or did you go out to a third party, or how did you do this?
We did build it internally. We had our amazing sales crew came together. We did the survey in the summer, and they did an amazing job of putting this together in about 4 months with our entire team to get this done just in time for wave season for next year. So a big shout out goes to everyone on the team who actually got this built for us in such a great, in a quick time.
No, that's great. And it now gets us everybody ready to start selling for next year and beyond. And where can travel advisors go to access this program?
Sure. So first and foremost, they have to be registered to do business with us on firstmates.com. So once you're registered, you'd go back to firstmates.com. Under our tools and guides section, you'll see where you can register to join Seacademy. And then we'll send you the login information. And it's really on your own to start that learning journey with us.
No, that's great. And I'm sure some travel advisors right now may have a little time, although believe me, they've been, a lot of them have been just as busy as anything, as we all have, which is crazy. But now let's talk a little bit about Virgin Voyages itself now. What's the status of the line now? Where are your ships? I think you have both of them ready to go almost.
Well, yeah. So Scarlet Lady, we took delivery of her on time in February of this year. She's currently back in Genoa, Italy. And just down the road is Valiant Lady. She's in the water. We're doing all the work on her. We'll take delivery of her next summer.
No, that's great. And so you'll have, they're both sort of twin ships, maybe a little slightly different. But, and now, I don't want to hold you to this because we don't know what's going on. When does Virgin Voyages hope to launch and christen both ships given the current pandemic? So
we made the announcement last week that our new sail date for Scarlet Lady is now set for May 9th out of Port Miami. So we're very excited about that. And then Valiant Lady, we actually made the decision to bring her to Miami first once we take delivery of the ship in the summer. And she'll have her first voyage November 14th, also out of Port Miami.
So you'll have 2 ships in Miami?
We will, yeah.
No, that's great. Now, again, will they do similar itineraries, or how is that going to work?
Well, they're both doing Caribbean itineraries, but Scarlet Lady will be doing 4 and 5 night itineraries. And Valiant Lady, when we bring her to Miami for the winter, she'll have a 6 and an 8 night sailing. Okay. And then when Valiant Ladies,
those are the long haul cruise, right?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. The long 6 and 8 night. And when Valiant Lady's done, we will, in April of 2022, we'll then send her back to Barcelona, where she'll have her inaugural Mediterranean season based out of Barcelona.
No, that's great, because I know that was the original plan to have her in the Med. That's great. Valiant Lady is a great name too. So as is Scarlet Lady. But and
we're gonna, if you stay tuned, so we're hoping very soon we're gonna be launching Ship 3 as well. So
that's great. Well, it's kind of like all the ships are coming into there's little time to even digest the first one. So it's going to be interesting to see as you go. Now, in all these cases with the Caribbean cruises, you have your stop at your sort of private beach club, right? In Bimini, I believe it is.
It is Bimini. Yes, it's the beach club at Bimini. It's our private beach club when we are in Bimini, and it's a beautiful kind of beach club setting. Really, if you think about when you're in Bimini, it's very tranquil during the morning. We do a lot of yoga on the beach. We have some great energy in the afternoon with a DJ and an amazing pool. And then really at nighttime, we kind of bring in this very acoustic vibe. We do these bonfire celebrations on the beach. If you're on our 4-night itinerary, you're there until midnight. And all of our other itineraries, including the Valiant Lady itineraries, you're there until 10 o'clock at night. So you can really enjoy the beach club.
And what are some of the other destinations for both of those ships in the Caribbean for this coming year?
Sure. So for Scarlet Lady, we're doing Puerto Plata, we're doing Cozumel, and we're doing Costa Maya, Mexico. And then for Valiant Lady, when she's here in the summer, or in the winter, excuse me, she's doing St. Croix and Roatan.
Oh, very different destinations. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And the size of our ship allows us to do that, which is great.
And what's the size again? Remind us.
It's 110,000 tonnage. It's a mid-sized ship in the scope of what's being built these days. Holds 2,770 sailors and 1,150 crew, if at full capacity.
No, that's great. And nice.
Yeah.
I used to think 110,000 gross registered tons.
That was big.
But that's long gone. I mean,
yes,
twice as much. But it sounds like, especially for the ports you're visiting, it sounds like a good size.
It is.
Now let's talk a little bit about the selling points for Virgin Voyages.
Sure.
Give us the sort of 5 more or less selling points that travel advisors should use when approaching the sale of a Virgin Voyages cruise.
Well, it's for Virgin, it really starts with kind of our on us value proposition and what we're including in the voyage fare for the sailors. And all this really came from research we did prior to launching. And so our sailors, when they come on board, they have access to 20 plus eateries on board the ship. There's no extra charge to eat anywhere on board our lady ships. We include all the gratuities. We think Wi-Fi is a basic human right, so we give everybody free Wi-Fi. For those that are big into wellness and fitness, we include all the group fitness classes as well. And then last but not least, all of your basic beverages, your sodas, waters, coffees, and teas. That's the first main true selling point for Virgin Voyages for our first mates. We also have a kind of very unique entertainment. We have a beautifully kind of very unique design ship. It has this modern yacht-like look and feel to her. But then the most important thing, the number one reason why sailors are booking us today is it's an adult-only experience. There are no kids on board the ship, and it's been a big differentiator for us, and will continue to be.
No, that's certainly a very big differentiator, and I know. It's time to leave the kids at home if you guys.
It is.
And I have seen some, I was lucky enough to be at one of your events. How long ago was that? A year ago?
A lifetime ago.
On Broadway, and we saw a little bit of the entertainment, and we were all hosted by Sir Richard Branson.
Yes.
It was a lovely event, a very, very long event, because we started the day, I think, at the top of the World Trade Center.
We did. It was,
and then we ended up at the party that night. So it was quite in typical Virgin style. Let's put it that way.
That's true.
Now, what is the target customer for a Virgin Voyages cruise?
So as we look at the details of our sailors, what we're learning is 75% of those customers that have booked with us already have cruised before. So they've cruised with other lines, and they're very interested in what we're building. And like I said, that number one reason is it's an adult-only experience. But that sweet spot for us that we educate our first mates on is really the mid-30s to mid-60s. That's really our sweet spot right now. 61% are married. 59% are women, and 60% of them have children at home. So this allows our first mates to really look at their database and go, okay, I've got these customers. Again, it's built for adults in that, we think everybody will enjoy a voyage with Virgin Voyages, but that's the sweet spot for us right now since we've been on sale for a couple of years.
No, it certainly is. It's a good demographic. It's a psychographic of people who kind of want to have fun and do something. Would you say that you're also aiming maybe at more first timers too?
Well, I think when we launched originally, we really felt that we would attract more first-time cruises. I think in light of recent circumstances and as cruising comes back next year, we think it's really going to be those that have cruised before that will be first to come back on board. And I think over time, you will see, once we get sailors on board and you can see those real experiences, it's going to attract those first-time cruisers as well, because they want to do something different. They want that adult-only experience, and what better way to do that than in the open seas?
Well, you also have some of these shorter cruises for people to sort of dip their toe in the water. Not
helpful.
Pun, not
good pun.
But they can at least experience that, and then you have land experiences like your beach club that
correct.
A little bit more attractive. That they don't have to do the traditional cruise thing. Not that that's bad. It's actually, and I, to be honest with you, I say that traditional. I'm not sure what a traditional cruise is anymore. There's so many.
Well, it's all going to be different next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, in that vein, I assume you had cruises that were departing. Have you had to deal with all these future cruise credits for cruises that were canceled in 2020? Are you?
We have, yeah, and we when we started that process back in March, when we started canceling those initial sailings, we took a real look and said, how can we really thank our sailors for believing in us before we've even set sail. And so we've had easily the best future voyage credit offer out there, up to 200% future voyage credit we were giving our sailors. And the majority of them have taken that offer because it's just a great way to now take that additional value and roll it into maybe a suite or roll it into 2 different sailings if they want. So it's been extremely well received, not only by our sailors, but our first mates have given us kudos for the way we've handled it and processed refunds very quickly.
Are you seeing good some bookings for 2021 and then into 22?
We are. We just had our Thanksgiving offer for about 5 days, and that did extremely well for us. And we saw a lot of interest in that end of Q3, Q4, early Q1 2022 timeframe. So there's a desire to get back to sailing. We talk about it internally. There is this pleasure boom coming, and we want to be ready for it. We want our first mates to be ready for it. And so that's what we're gearing up for 2021.
No, that's great, as we all are. In terms of, obviously, with the pandemic, things have changed. I assume you've had to put in new health and safety protocols devised for your ships, even really before the recent CDC framework for restarting cruises, which now is, 4 phases? Well, I know it's about a 40 or 50-page document.
It's intense.
Yeah, I said, maybe with this, like, everybody should get free vaccines instead of all this.
Right.
Go with that instead. I mean, everyone in, CLIA and all the cruise lines have said, I'm sure you're the same. You're going to have sort of mandatory or testing before you get on board. But why not go the extra step? Just get the vaccine. I don't know.
Right. Well, we came up with our Voyage Well program in July of this past summer, and we want to make sure that our crew and our sailors on board are feeling extremely safe. And so we're working very closely with the Healthy Sail Panel, with the CDC. Our protocols today include masks. It includes the testing, all the social distancing that we have to put in place. Obviously, like everyone else, there'll be a lot of elevated cleaning protocols and such. But really the most important thing that we have added, outside of having this brand new ship with all the latest technology, is that we've partnered with Atmos Air Solutions to install these ionization systems to cleanse the air on board the ship. So that's been a big project that we've been doing on Scarlet Lady while she's been back in Genoa over the summer.
No, that's great. And who knew we had to worry so much about air? But now everybody's talking about ionization and things like that.
Correct.
Oh my God.
I didn't think I'd have to learn about ionization at the beginning of the year, but now I know.
Absolutely. Now, overall, how has COVID changed your cruise product overall, and as well as the sales rollout that you oversee here? What have you learned from this experience, if anything? I don't know, that it's all been in such a crazy time.
It has. Like I said, our ships are brand new, and we've got the latest technology on them. So we're lucky in that sense. But we've also created the whole design concept for Virgin Voyages, and kind of the dining experience are well suited for this new health and safety environment. So, for example, we have never had buffets designed into the experience, so we don't have to worry about how do we deal or converting buffets. So all of our food is made fresh to order. Mm-hmm. We also have our entire contactless experience, from the band that our sailors will wear on board the ship to get them into their cabin, to pay for different things. We have a sailor app that allows you to have get into virtual queues and talk to our sailor services team on the ship without ever having to leave your cabin. That was all designed as part of the experience from day one. And now it's become a very kind of a staple in the whole health and safety protocols.
No, that's great. I know everybody's lives have been, and every company's, especially in cruising, has been changed. It's just, but on the other hand, we are going to have cleaner, safer vessels. They were very clean to begin with, but now I think most people say, well, I don't want to get on a cruise. I said, well, why not? I mean, it's going to be safer than your apartment, to be honest with you. Certainly mine. I don't know about yours. But anyway, John, is there anything else you want to get out to our 75,000 travel advisors here in the U.S. and Canada about Virgin Voyages, your 2 upcoming ships, and the new Seacademy?
Yeah, I would say 2021 is going to be an amazing year for Virgin Voyages. We are so excited to launch Scarlet and Valiant Lady next year, and our brand new Terminal V down at Port Miami, late 2021. It will be the best cruise terminal you have ever seen. And lastly, I just want to thank all of our first mates and all of our strategic partners. They've shown such passion and support for us over the past 2 years, and we really can't wait to show them what it means to set sail the Virgin way.
Absolutely. Well, John, I want to thank you for spending some time with us to talk about Virgin Voyages. I've been kind of curious. I was all set to go going to meet you up last spring, and we're going to be on, the Scarlet Lady, and it was going to be very exciting. Everybody was looking forward to it. Well, we had to delay a bit, but we're looking forward to next year when we can do all that.
We'll get you on for sure, James.
And then the next ship right after. So it's pretty amazing.
We've got a lot of great things coming next year. We're excited.
Again, thank you, John. And
you're welcome.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.